I got to be honest with you. I mean, what the American people are sick of is how pathetic this House of Representatives have become. So let's just, I mean, this is a distraction from the fact that the Republican nominee for president is a convicted felon.
Democratic Representative Jim McGovern showed in a congressional hearing today that not only does he, unlike Republicans, know how to McGovern, but he also roasted the do-nothing-but-lie party of cultists harder than a McRib. Take a look.
And as usual, the only Trump derangement syndrome going on around here is on the other side of the aisle. I mean, people are saying that Biden orchestrated the conviction of his own son in order to justify the criminal charges against Trump. That is how you think when you are in a cult.
I love the audible laugh that you can hear there. And we have plenty more of this clip where he just absolutely goes in on Republicans during this congressional hearing about the bogus attempts to hold the Attorney General in contempt of Congress. But he is spot on there with that claim that Republicans thinking that Biden orchestrated the entire conviction of his son on the gun charges solely to legitimize Trump's own conviction. And even though we've seen this time and time again with the big lie and conspiracy theories, it is still just as insane to think about how Republican legislators and politicians buy into the same cultish lies that fuel moronic MAGA supporters like these people.
Then on the count of three, let's shout America. Ready? 1, 2, and stand up. 1, 2, 3. America!
I mean, the evidence for a cult is astounding. Look at this picture. I'm voting for the convicted felon with American sunglasses on. You have real men wear diapers. Because it doesn't matter that Trump craps his pants in court and needs a diaper, they'll still follow him. And then my personal favorite, which I think speaks for itself. And on that note, I'll stop talking about this and get back to Jim eviscerating Republicans.
That is how you think when you are in a cult. So here's the bottom line. Republicans just can't wrap their heads around the idea that their presidential candidate, your presumptive nominee, is a convicted felon. That is not the result of a sham process or some vast conspiracy by the Biden administration. That is the result of the truth. And these attacks on our justice system have to come to a stop. They are dangerous, they are irresponsible, they are nothing but false conspiracy theories being pushed to try and excuse the actions of the former president, and they are made even more absurd by the outcome of the trial this morning in Delaware.
Exactly, because while Republicans want to keep complaining about a weaponized justice system and try to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress for not giving them the audio recording of an interview with Biden about his classified documents case that they have the full transcript of, the reality of the whole bogus weaponized justice system thing could not be made more clear by these two guilty verdict responses from President Joe Biden and Donald Trump, respectively. As Hunter Biden, his own son, was convicted today, President Joe Biden said, "As I said last week, I am the president, but I am also a dad." Wow. Humility, humanity. Jill and I love our son, and we are so proud of the man he is today. So many families who have had loved ones battle addiction understand the feeling of pride seeing someone you love come out the other side and be so strong and resilient in recovery. As I also said last week, I will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. Jill and I will always be there for Hunter and the rest of our family with our love and support. Nothing will ever change that. Compare that to Diaper Don's conviction felony truth social post. I don't even want to call it a truth. I will not do him that justice. Where he said, absolutely ridiculous. I fully disagree with both verdicts and will be appealing this whole Biden-directed witch hunt focused on me and the Republican Party. Wham, wham, wham. Our legal system is out of control and being used as a political weapon. They have taken away all First Amendment rights. This is not America. It's such two-faced utter BS, and Republicans are eating it up, including House Speaker Mike Johnson. Just listen to what he had to say when he was asked if Hunter Biden's conviction undercuts the GOP narrative that there's a two-tier justice system designed to hurt Republicans.
I have not had an opportunity. I've been in meetings all morning, so I haven't even seen. All I know is that he was found guilty, but I think that's appropriate.
But Mr. Speaker, you've been saying two-tier system of justice for some time. Here's the president's son being convicted on 3 counts. Doesn't that undercut your claims?
It doesn't. Every case is different, and clearly the evidence was overwhelming here. I don't think that's the case in the Trump trials.
You don't think there was overwhelming evidence in the Trump trials? Really? Because I saw overwhelming evidence of his mental decline, as well as overwhelming evidence that he shits himself, and on top of that, overwhelming evidence that he was guilty that ultimately led to a jury indicting him on all 34 felony counts. And while some Republicans will just continue to outright lie like Mike Johnson does there, others just won't even show up. As McGovern points out here with relation to Jim Jordan, who is not only one of the lead investigators of the Joe Biden impeachment inquiry, which is another sham, but is also the chairman of this committee of House Rules and a major proponent for holding Merrick Garland in contempt. And he doesn't even show up.
We're missing a chairman here. Mr. Jordan, I think, sent a substitute, which is unfortunate, because I would have liked to have asked Chairman Jordan about his noncompliance with the congressional subpoena. But I guess maybe he was too afraid to come or didn't want to have to deal with that question.
But as I'm sure you're unsurprised to know, the hypocrisy goes even deeper than that. Because while Republicans will shout from the roofs claiming there's a weaponized justice system when someone on their side is prosecuted, suddenly there's no problem when a Democrat is convicted, and it turns out our justice system works just fine.
Our Republican friends have gone on and on about how Democrats have weaponized the DOJ, but their conspiracy theories crumbled this morning when Hunter Biden, the son of the president, was found guilty in a federal court on 3 gun-related charges. When Donald Trump was convicted, we saw an immediate reaction from Republican leaders. It was like within seconds that this trial is a sham, the judge is corrupt, the jury is rigged.
This was a sham, rigged political show trial from the very beginning.
This is the most outrageous travesty I've ever seen.
This was not law. This was not criminal justice. This was politics. This was a political smear job.
I guess we all need, to shop at Banana Republic from now on? Because that's what it feels like. Yeah, a Banana Republic.
And the contrast today is just staggering. Apparently, when a Republican is convicted, it's weaponization. But when a Democrat is convicted, the president's son no less, that's justice. I mean, give me a break. Hunter Biden was found guilty by a jury of his peers, just like Donald Trump, because this is our justice system at work. The divide here is stunning, and it's a great reminder that one political party remains committed to the rule of law and the other doesn't. It's that simple. Did Hunter Biden walk out of the courthouse this morning and slam the judge or the prosecutors? Did he claim some vast conspiracy to weaponize the legal system against him? No, he did not.
Exactly. There is no two-tier justice system in the way Republicans want people to think. And the reason they can't indict or impeach President Joe Biden, as Jerry Nadler expertly explains in this next clip, is because just like the inside of MAGA supporters' heads, they got nothing.
The Judiciary Committee under Republican control has spent the last 18 months and $20 million taxpayer dollars in a desperate search to find something, anything, that they can use to damage President Biden and to protect Donald Trump. Other committees have gotten into the act as well, spending untold taxpayer money not to benefit the American people, not to feed hungry children, not to address our housing crisis, not to improve our health care system, but on a single-minded quest to follow every right-wing conspiracy theory in the vain hope that it might lead to some evidence of wrongdoing. And what exactly have they delivered to the American people on their investment? Nothing.
Thanks for watching, folks. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We are at over 200,000 subscribers, and we could not be more thankful to all of you who watch and support these videos. And in that vein, please let me know all your thoughts in those comments down below. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you all in the next one.